Hey everyone, Ali here. So you've decided to open your own office and build it from scratch. Congratulations. It is not easy to do, but one of my favorite things for our doctors to do, quite honestly, because the ROI is through the roof. Even in this day and age when construction costs are high. So if you've been looking for an office to buy for some time and you haven't been able to find it, you're probably at this point where you've decided, okay, I'm going to open my own office. I'm going to build the office of my dreams and make sure it's everything I want it to be. So that's the good news. The bad news is that there's a lot ahead of you. Right? There's a lot ahead of you. So I'm going to go through the mistakes and the things to avoid when you're starting out. So the first thing is not having a strong team uh, with you as you're going through this process. Now, a lot of this you're not going to know up front, but there's a couple of people that are absolutely vital. Okay. So a commercial broker is very important for you, someone who's trustworthy, who works hard, who's aggressive, and has a lot of experience is an important person to have in your back pocket as you're starting this process. And the reason is that this is the person who's going to negotiate with the landlord. This is the person that's going to negotiate the business terms of your lease before it gets to me on the legal side. And so you want this person to be absolutely strong. And if you don't know anybody in your area, let me know. Just shoot me a quick email. I'll introduce you to one or two really good people so that you can interview them and decide who do you want to use. But that's step one, right? Making sure you have someone strong on the commercial brokerage side. Step two is to have a really strong lawyer on your team as well. Someone like me who focuses on this industry, who will, fight hard for you, but not break the deal, focus on the things that are most important as opposed to trying to scare you into every little detail. I'll be honest, there are a lot of people out there who will scare you about every little sentence in a lease and try to make it so that you don't even want to sign a lease because your life is in danger if you sign this document. Of course, it's a very serious lease. Of course, it's costly and it could be a disaster if things are not paid attention to. But like anything in life, you've got to pick and choose where you're willing to take some risk and where you want to minimize risk. We focus on the most important terms in the lease, the things that we frequently see becoming issues, as opposed to every little nook and cranny that could go wrong. Because the reality is that if you do that, you're going to upset the landlord, and the deal is going to end up probably not happening. And more importantly, you're going to spend a lot of money without a really good result at the end. So make sure you're working with a strong attorney on that front. The third thing is you want to start thinking about who you want to help you with the design, with the process. Now, if you're a go-getter, you want to do everything yourself, you want to find the designers, you want to find the equipment folks, you want to find everything, then you can do that. And it's important to just start off with me or a commercial broker and kind of go down that path. If you want assistance, there are companies out there who can help you walk through this entire scenario. They're not inexpensive, but with some of them you get really good value, because what they will do is they will hold your hand through the whole thing. They'll make sure you're on time. They'll make sure everyone's doing their job, and they'll walk you through it from A to Z. And again, there's some companies that are better than others at doing that. So if you want some names, feel free to email me, and I'm happy to introduce you to some of those. So that's step one, is making sure you have a really good team. Step two is really knowing that what you're about to embark upon, right? This is a very big project, and it's going to require your full attention for most of a year to a year and a half. From the time you sign a lease, it'll probably take 9 months to a year for you to be fully open and operational. And that's because there's a lot of things that happen. There's, lease negotiations, there's design, there's construction, there's county delays. There's a lot that goes into it. And so you just have to be ready for that marathon, because it is a long deal and it's going to take you some time to get from where you are to there. So just realize where your dream is and realize what you want and why you're doing this, because you're going to be in this you're going to be in this for the long haul. So just remember that aspect of it. The third thing is really figuring out the location of where you want to be. And what I mean by that is, of course, the commercial broker is going to help you negotiate the deal, but really spend some time thinking where you want to be. What kind of lifestyle do you want? Do you want to have an office near your home? There's pros and cons to that. Do you want to have an office in a certain city that may not be your home, and then you have a commute, you have to think about that. And so give that some thought too. It'll help you really bring the area and allow you to really focus on a specific location when you're working with your experts. And that'll save you time, it'll save you energy, and it'll save you money. So that will be really vital. So if you do those things, those are going to get you down the right path. There's a lot more that we'll talk about as you kind of go down this path, making sure you're picking the right contractors, making sure you're not guessing at your costs and your expenses, making sure you pick the right lender. All those things we'll talk about, but those are the three major things that I want you to start thinking about now as you begin the process. Okay? All right. Don't hesitate to call me if you have any questions. Thanks.